Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rob, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new projector from a fairly new company called VALERION. They're a sister company of Vision, which we've reviewed here on the channel, and they've become extremely well known for producing some of the best UST projectors available. VALERION has jumped into the market with a line of 5 different projectors, and to make things a little easier to understand, they're divided into 2 different product lines, the StreamMaster series and the VisionMaster series. The projector we're reviewing today is the StreamMaster Plus2, which is one of their entry-level models. With that said, it boasts some pretty impressive features for streaming and watching movies. But before we go any further into the details, let's unbox it and see what you get. And right off the bat, I have to say VALERION has done a great job with the packaging of this projector. The entire order came triple boxed. The first box had the projector along with their ceiling mount and some 3D glasses. The projector itself was double boxed and was also protected by this nice carrying case. So I think it's pretty obvious that VALERION wants to make sure you get the projector in perfect condition. Inside the carrying case, you get a nice box which holds a lens cloth, the remote control, which at first glance seems to be pretty nice, a pretty compact power brick, and the owner's manual. And finally, you get the projector itself, which has a unique look to it that I feel really sets it apart from other lifestyle projectors. It seems to be well made and is pretty heavy, weighing in at around 15 pounds, which means you're going to want a sturdy mount, especially if you plan on mounting this to the ceiling. And speaking of ceiling mounts, VALERION was nice enough to send over their own ceiling mount so we could try it out. And judging by the looks of it, it's definitely built strong enough to handle the weight of the StreamMaster with no problem. It also has some nice features like the adjustable ball mount and the locking quick disconnect. Looking at the front of the projector, you have the lens along with the sensors that take care of the auto calibration. There's also this white colored glass material that carries over to the back of the projector, where you'll also find all the connections behind this drop-down door. Starting from left to right, you have the power input, an optical audio port for adding an external audio device like a soundbar, for example. Next to that is a USB 3.0 and a USB 2.0 port. You also get 2 HDMI 2.1 ports and 1 HDMI 2.0 port supporting eARC. They've also included a 3.5mm headphone jack, a LAN connection, and finally you have the on-off button. On the sides of the projector are these thick electroplated chrome metal strips that wrap over the top and both sides. These not only add a premium look to the projector, but they also function to mask the cooling vents and help to dissipate the heat created by the internal components. These strips also make the chassis of the projector incredibly strong, allowing it to support up to a 220-pound load. Now, why anybody would want to put that much weight on it is beyond me, but I think it's a really good indication of how well the Plus2 is built. Taking a look at the top, you have 2 microphones for the built-in voice assistants, as well as a Google Assistant toggle switch, along with 4 LED indicators. The 1/4-inch threaded mounting point is located on the bottom, which can be used with either a tripod or ceiling mount. There's also 2 adjustable feet, as well as this kickstand that firmly stays in place once you get it adjusted, and works great for getting the position of the projector just right. I really like the included remote. It has a good feel to it, and it's laid out really nice. In fact, I'd say it's probably one of the best I've seen come with any projector we've reviewed here so far. The only small complaint I have with it is it's not fully backlit, meaning only about half the buttons light up, excluding the volume button and the quick access buttons. You still get the backlighting on most of the important function buttons, but it would have been nice if VALERION had made it fully backlit. I mounted the projector about 13 feet from my screen in my dedicated home theater using the VALERION ceiling mount I mentioned earlier, and the process is pretty straightforward. I started by securing the mounting plate, then I attached this nut that holds up the cover and allows the quick release ball head to screw into it, and finally I attached the plate to the projector and placed it on the mount. Setup was super easy. Turning the projector on for the first time, it recognized that it was upside down and it automatically rotated the image, which I think is pretty cool because normally on most projectors, you have to choose this option in the settings menu. To finish the setup, all you have to do is follow the on-screen instructions, like setting up your Google account and pairing the remote, which can be done by holding the home button and back buttons for 3 seconds. Once that's done, you'll come to the screen alignment section where you can use the auto keystone correction to automatically align and focus the projector with the screen, or if you prefer, you can do it manually. Besides the auto screen alignment, the projector also features autofocus, auto keystone correction, and auto obstacle avoidance. So once you complete the initial setup, all you have to do is turn on the projector, point it at your screen, and basically it does everything else for you. And in our testing, this worked flawlessly. Keep in mind though that whenever you use keystone correction, you'll sacrifice some light output as well as image quality. With that said, the projector still produced an excellent image, even with keystone correction. And honestly, I don't think it'd be noticeable to most unless you had a side-by-side comparison. The Google TV interface was also very responsive, and I didn't notice any lag while navigating through the menus. You have access to all the apps in the Google Play Store, and it comes preloaded with most of the popular apps like Disney Plus and Amazon Prime Video. I was also really happy to see that it's Netflix certified right out of the box, so you get full resolution playback and you don't have to mess around with sideloading it. Now, image quality of the Plus2 was actually pretty amazing, and the fact that you're getting a picture this good from a compact lifestyle projector is even more impressive. Valerion is using the Texas Instrument 0.47-inch DMD chip with pixel shifting to get a 4K image with 8.3 million pixels on screen, along with their RGB triple light source, which can put out a respectable 2000 ISO lumens. And the Plus2 uses a long throw lens system with a 1.2 to 1 throw ratio that can produce an image up to 300 inches. Black levels in standard mode are pretty much what I'm used to seeing from most DLP projectors. But unlike other DLPs, Valerion has what they call EBL, or Enhanced Black Level, which improves black levels substantially. And Valerion claims that with EBL enabled, the projector can achieve a 10,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That, along with its ability to produce a wide color gamut with 110% coverage of Rec 2020 and the ISF certification for color accuracy, gives this projector the ability to produce an image with very natural and lifelike colors. The dynamic tone mapping also made quite a difference while watching HDR content. By automatically adjusting brightness and contrast in real time, it did a great job bringing out shadow details while preventing the overall image from looking overexposed. And that leads us to what I think is this projector's strongest point, which is watching movies. Whether it be streaming services like Prime Video, Disney Plus, or 4K rips from our Zudu media player, the projector always displayed a detailed, vibrant image. Combine that with film standards like IMAX Enhanced, Dolby Vision, HDR10 and 10 Plus, as well as features like Filmmaker Mode, support for 24 and 48 frames per second playback, and support for Active 3D, and you have one of the most fully featured projectors on the market. Now, as good as this projector is, one thing that needs to be mentioned is the laser speckle. And while it was very minimal, it was still noticeable at times. And then there's the issue of rainbow effect. I didn't really notice it, but if you're more susceptible to it, you might. So just keep that in mind. And while neither of these effects were that noticeable to us, they can be annoying for some people. As far as gaming goes, nothing can compare to the immersion you get from gaming on a 120-inch screen, and the Plus2 is no slouch in this category. Optimized for gaming consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X, you can expect to get 4 milliseconds at 1080p at 240 Hz, 8 milliseconds at 1080p at 120 Hz, and 15 milliseconds at 4K at 60 Hz, which is pretty impressive considering it's just under 1 frame of lag for each mode. So all in all, we were very impressed with the performance we got from the Valerion StreamMaster Plus2, and we think it's probably one of the most impressive lifestyle projectors in its class, considering the price point and the features you get. If you're interested in learning more, I'll leave a link to Valerion's website down in the description. And with that said, I think it's time for me to wrap up this video. So if you thought this video was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future content. And as always, have an awesome day.